From our studios here in Freetown, hello and a pleasant welcome to the National News 5 for today here on Star Television Network 121. I am Hassan Kuruma for the headlines. ASLAF CDS reiterated the military's commitment towards mechanizing and modernizing Sierra Leone armed forces to enable institutions generate revenue to contribute to non-traditional military functions.
Plant rice, to plant a variety of food crops, even backyards, to do small farming, and so that we can be able to feed ourselves, we can be able to feed our family and the rest of the population in the country.
On his part, the Deputy Minister of Defense, retired Colonel Mwana Brahma Masakoi, alluded that
renowned and reverend scholar Professor Oka Obono from the Department of Sociology, University of Ibadan, Nigeria, pays working visit to the administrative staff and lecturers of MMCU.
It is a skill you already have. How else do you supervise? Do your students not bring their proposals to you?
The construction of the Abadi Municipal Secondary School building project is a critical step in enhancing the growth of the educational sector, according to the Chief Executive NPPA.
Unfortunate aspect right now, we see beginning at the kind of municipal and primary school, and then we see secondary to JSS 3, the kind in the afternoon. So this structure, the campus here will provide atmosphere where they go all the way for camp and reduce this morning and afternoon shift.
And in sport, Hada Football Club pays courtesy visit to St. Edward's Secondary School in Freetown, aimed at raising awareness campaign against drug abuse among young people in Sierra Leone.
He mentioned the misuse of drugs, particularly push has been misused these days. We've seen a lot of videos.
All these stories plus more lined up for you in today's edition of the Star National News. Those were the headlines, and now for the news details with me, Hassan Kuruma. The Chief of Defense Staff of ASLAF, Lieutenant General Itake Lavahon, has reiterated the military's commitment towards mechanizing and modernizing the ASLAF to enable the institution to generate revenue to contribute to non-traditional military functions such as relief, disaster interventions, agriculture, and road construction. He stated that the plan could be achieved by revamping such units as the Armed Forces Agricultural Unit and Engineering Regiment, among others. Here's a report.
what you see is a combined harvester doing a mass harvesting of Pakian rice of over 400 acres of rice farmland, purely owned and controlled by the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces Agricultural Units. Major J.M. Kaba is the commanding officer, Armed Forces Agricultural Units. In an interview with this medium, noted that the cultivation started in March, in which 400 acres of land was prepared and 400 bushels of rice was broadcasted. He added that over 3,000 bushels of rice harvest is expected at the end of the farming season, noting that this farmland was designed to be a seed multiplication for the Armed Forces Agricultural Unit, which intends to extend farming activities to other parts of the country. With over 90% of harvest done, the commanding officer thanked top hierarchy of ASLAF for their unending support, but however asked for more support from authorities concerned.
You see, we have the Ministry of Agriculture and the government at large who are really supporting the ASLAF. My only humble request at this hour is for them to see the reason and the need to continue to support the ASLAF so that that anticipation which the national government is aiming at could be achieved from our corner.
This mass progress is not just a win for the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, but also a plus for the host community, Kenema Banduma.
Okay, Joseph Bauva, in a chief now, sir.
You know, section chief in this community. Yeah.
Okay. Chief, how you feel, sir, with this farm day na yon song side?
Well,
the Chief of Defense Staff of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, who doubles as the master farmer of the Armed Forces Agricultural Unit, said though their primary role is to defend the territorial integrity of Sierra Leone and also protect the people's achievements. But also with that context, he added, the military contributes to nation development. This, he said, will in turn add up to the country's human capital development.
Yes, I encourage all of us residents to embrace agriculture, to plant rice, to plant a variety of food crops, even backyards, to do small farming, and so that we can be able to feed ourselves, we can be able to feed our family and the rest of the population in the country.
On his part, the Deputy Minister of Defense, retired Colonel Mwana Brahma Masakoi, alluded that agriculture is the breadbasket of every nation and thus highlighted the need for a developing country like Sierra Leone to uphold the tenets of agriculture.
As far as I'm concerned, agriculture is the breadbasket of every nation. And the benefit of agriculture is that a country that cannot feed its people will always be in problem. And agriculture also provides a lot of employment facility for the people. And apart from that, in line with His Excellency the President's agenda, agriculture is one factor of his human capital development. So agriculture is very key. And I'm very much impressed about what I've seen here. I think if we put more effort in this, the RSLAF will stand out right.
If everything goes well, over 3,000 bushels of rice is expected to be harvested at the end of the harvest season. That will in turn contribute to Sierra Leone's food sufficiency block. For Star TV News in Moyamba, Hassan Koroma reporting.
A renowned and reverend scholar, Professor Oka Obono from the Department of Sociology, University of Ibadan, Nigeria, has paid a working visit to administrative staff and lecturers of MMTU at Great Hall College campus, where he held discussions on the importance of research work and publications in the university. George Edison was there in a report.
A renowned and a revered scholar, Professor Oka Obono, from the Department of Sociology, University of Ibadan, Nigeria, engaged administrative staff and lecturers of the Military Magai Technical University at the Great Hall of the Godrich campus. During his presentation, which lasted for over 2 hours, the learned professor revealed why it was important to embark on research work and publication in the university. He went on to state that universities conduct research as part of their commitment to teaching and learning. Their primary goal of teaching is subsequently aided both directly by this.
So what I mean by academic holism is, the teaching is important. Can you see the teaching is here? That this is research. You already have a balance of intrinsic and extrinsic rewards. Research will make you instantly rich and famous. It will give you a steady bank of data from which to publish endlessly. You become well known, you become extremely comfortable. There is no, you build in conference travel in your grant. Is it that you don't know? This is not the sort of thing you need to encourage somebody to do. It is a skill you already have. How else do you supervise? Do your students not bring their proposals to you? Are you not the one who corrects them on how to write it? The only difference between an academic proposal and a grant proposal is, first of all, the grant chart you must add, the timeline, and the budget. I mean, of course, there are some technical issues here and there, but...
He noted that research work had personal gratification and respect to oneself by solving problems and performing solutions. It also gave a boost to effectiveness of an institution through the acquisitions of research grants.
Sorry, I'm not trying to say we are not trying, we are. But I think we should do a little bit more. Publication. Most people, I'm not saying you, but in the places I've visited, I've taught in the University of Western Cape Town, South Africa, Leiden University, a host of places. People publish a lot of African academics, sound intellectuals like yourself, but you restrict your publication to the primary purpose of promotion. And that is why you find that once people now ascend to the professoriate, their publication record starts falling drastically. Why? Because they seem to have achieved what they wanted. They were publishing because they wanted to be professors. But can you not see that publication is a tremendous economic investment in the welfare of your family via royalty? Instead of going to a nearby publishing house that is not known by people down the road, simply because they can quickly get it done for you. If you took the pains of getting to a credible global publisher, do you know that after 3 years, your royalties start kicking in?
The Vice Chancellor and Principal of the Military Technical University, Professor Dr. Philip John Kanu, thanked Professor Obono for his intellectual presentation, adding that the topic of discussion was needed, thus leading the institution towards the path of research and publication.
You know, the last time we visited the Vice President, and he promised us that he will be sending people to us to support us. He's going to be one of our visiting professors. You will hear from him. I drank a lot yesterday, and right now I am overloaded. So I want him to give you what he tested me yesterday. In less than 30 minutes, I was able to get too much.
For Star TV News in Freetown, George Elliott Sam reporting.
The Chief Executive NPPA Ibrahim Bramasware has described the construction of the Abadi Municipal Secondary School building project as a critical step in enhancing the growth of the educational sector. Abraham Kamara spoke to Ibrahim Bramasware, including the Honorable Sheriff, in this interview on the significance of the building project.
Today we get to see the project so we don't start. We will do classroom for the community, inside the Abadi Community School. This project in Lususu, we don't start a few years back, and today we concrete the top floor. Although we start to do the top floor, as I mentioned earlier. And this particular project here, we do have for complement the efforts of His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, and the new direction government. Because we know say we the SPP government, we prioritize education because we know the importance of maybe empower people in terms of the education and area. So that is the reason we decide to come up with this project also for do a 8-classroom story building for this community also because Aberdeen community, we're not going to see your secondary school also. Most of the people them, we then sit to them better examination. The next thing that we do, like we move out of Aberdeen, we will do the senior secondary school. So we take up the responsibility to give them an 8-classroom story building. We serve that particular purpose with.
Well, if we all can recall 2018, when the president the campaign, he tell the people of Sierra Leone, say, when I tell me president, I will give them free quality education. And free quality education entails a lot. One of the things that we want for super free quality education, and for make sure that the people can get accommodative atmosphere for them live, conducive atmosphere for them go to school. So if you see who they are today, the honorable, because the president, it mean exactly what he been telling her 4 years ago, and what he tell her, now he helps Sierra Leone. And for let this country better, now all man will go to school. And for let all man go to school, we need to provide it to care. So if you see the honorable, they build a structure where it gets the blessing and the support of the president, and because we want the Aberdeen community. You know how much Aberdeen community means to her, and you know how much education comes in Aberdeen, how much it will be. When I say Aberdeen, and we want to talk about Aberdeen, you know, talk about Aberdeen, you left this school. Most of the big people in this community, in this school, in Canada. But the unfortunate aspect right now, we see beginning at the kind of municipal and primary school, and then we see secondary to JSS 3, they kind in the afternoon. So this structure, they can't foresee how to provide atmosphere where they go all the way for camp and reduce this morning and afternoon shift. So this structure and for renovate this whole school under the leadership of His Excellency and the Honorable Sheriff from Mankoka is so important to the Aberdeen community. Be mindful, His Excellency did very well in Aberdeen and we want to maintain that relationship with the people.
Aberdeen Lumley Beach belongs to same constituency 133 where Honorable Sheriff from Mankoka they cover. We all there today for support the Honorable because we believe say this is not an endorsement of the President in free quality education. And the Honorable they bring this benefit come very close to we in the community. Additional classroom, basically what we do for we as benefit. It will make we move from the double shift system and get a single shift system where we will make the people able for study and be relaxed. And also expansion on the enrollment. We will make we get more girl child also in the school system. And we don't see the benefits of the fair quality education by the number of passes where they take place in the public exams. So we think say this is a very good venture and we're all there around with the young people them all over the beach for support the Honorable so that we will achieve this construction, this project, to make sure say this school come to reality. I think so that make today also the beach community will always support the Honorable.
We really give thanks and praise to the SLPP government because time memorial, they don't can build this school, the parents then they suffer at the end of the day when they pick it up from 3. Have to go back to another school, another community, so they may find it difficult. Now when this Honorable come, then this Honorable Council say that is a good initiative for develop this school for Breda. So the people will really appreciate them we as a community. Because this thing now for children unborn, for the benefit of the people that make them can create this thing. So we say forgive government thanks and praise because for the effort they don't can do. We really appreciate them for the effort and the Clapton community from where SLP is on power. We deal with peace. They bring peace and with life and up to now they enjoy the peace. So they pray that let God and depart the wisdom and understanding for all the people that well by this country. Okay. We give thanks and praise.
To be very honest, this one emanates from His Excellency the President Dr. Julius Madabio, because the flagship program now on education, and then the Honorable Member of Parliament for this constitution, Diman Fitse, for giving support to the President in flagship program. How you go about doing that? He involve people we now all students of the school, and he involve stakeholders, he involve people the way developmental way gets development that they mind for coming and try to see that they transform Aberdeen Municipal Junior Secondary School. But on the whole, it starts from the Honorable Member of Parliament and then it brings some people on board. Looking back to the facilities that we get, we've been the young for going to a one-shift system, but the population of the school not give a chance for now exist as a single-shift school. Yes, but we they operate on a 2-shift because of the population of the school. We never accommodate both the JSS and the primary school. So the existence of this structure again for bring a remarkable change in Aberdeen Municipal Junior Secondary School. And they look at 2 folds. One is that it will able at least give we that kind of enabling environment where we will able to operate in a single shift system because already we don't get the structure available for that. Then future plans go there for establish a senior secondary school here because we get the structure for that. Yes, we just need a support from the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, the Teaching Service Commission, the Freetown City Council, and also stakeholders within the environment for camp for support the Honorable so that at least we will actualize this wonderful dream we get. We already done the actualize.
In case you're just joining us, you're still watching the National News File for today here on Star Television Network on Channel 21. I am Hassan Kurma. One of the leading banks in Sierra Leone, the Commercial Bank, has presented a check of 205 million for loans as loans to traders at big markets at William Johnson Street in Freetown. According to the risk director of the bank, Maurice Conte, it is the responsibility of RC Bank to do financial intermediation by reaching out to people on other benefits on the products and services of the bank. There is a report.
For the economic growth, it's also to be able to enable the informal sector to become a bit more vibrant, also recognize the good work that this market has been doing over time, and ensure that we can support the endeavors of these individuals, because entrepreneurship leads to technological innovation, leads to growth, and most of all leads to expansion of family values through revenue and by small-scale people to create employment and also education opportunities for the rest of the families. And you pay back with small interest over a period of time. It's just like any other loan, but it's tied to good security, good guarantees, and also we ensure that the money is paid back through a support process within the groups that help them. Across the whole length and breadth of this country, within the confines of what we can do, we're ensuring that there is a strong enough portfolio that is based or predicated upon a strong enough guarantee framework, because we expect money to be paid back. And in the event you default, we know the fallback. So in other words, we're tying in shareholders' funds into reliable, viable enterprises in the informal sector. So we're doing the small, medium enterprise section is what's doing this. People of Sudan, people of big markets, all right, that we are your bank. We believe in supporting local businesses. We are not going to neglect the informal sector. One area that is critically important to the informal sector, access to finance, support in entrepreneurship, and this bank is ready to do that. At the end of the day, it's your bank. RC Bank belongs to the people, and we are going to play our role through intermediation.
Our appeal, now just 33 people are taken to local commercial bank. Big market is over 300 traders. We are over 300 traders. The first one the way they come, when Ajafata and Tim Kaya, I call all these heads of the department, because big market is divided into sections. As with people on the left and now behind, where we can, as you say, you see different changes. How all the names then are local commercial bank. Because these 2 weeks or 3 weeks I work with them, then so we say we are not Sierra Leoneans. We will look like say we are left out. For now we did over 20 years where this market born. We not see no institution where come to we aid. That's why this time don't come, we don't join with you don't get the opportunity for camp. I want the first 100 people there, then they flop that code, that gap. That's 3 number we don't get for. Now right now, are they ready for work at the big market? Because all man want the millionaire, all man want the money. They not see the reality. Say yes, local commercial, Padre had appeal to Isa. Huh? Now the only time this is for we, from now to April next year, what they get with serious business at big markets now. We in a seasonal business what they do, now tourist business what they do. If this time pass, we now postpone it to another, the one that they left out to. The one that they left out. But if we give them opportunity in 1 month time, there's some kind side. Huh? When I was seeing what's in the apple, may I trust the people. I don't tell them. I don't stick my neck. That trust where you now put in me, when I put it into the market, we know we ever let that down.
But when they tell me say we get commercial bank and I say, oh, I say now good thing that we can get. Once they say we get commercial bank, because from the time I joined that bank in 2019, and I get one problem. So why you for say on the kaya, I'm so happy. So I tell you now all thank you. Then secondly, this money business, my own people are up when at the garage section, they not benefit from my age. So I ask kindly as young chairman also, let us go benefit.
We not just focus on making profits, we also want to ensure that we give support to the business community and grow along with the customers then. So this is now one way where we feel say we can grow with the customers then by giving out support for help boost their business. What with them? We want to see how best at least we can help them to let them get to a certain level. Because we know say this is the SME
people and the small and medium enterprise people when they try for startup and petty traders them, so many people they try for startup, they try for do something for let them get to a certain level. So we decide to partner with them and talk to them, say we will empower them, we will help them, we will support them, we will give them loan, at least so that they will help them business so they will start. So then like today, we don't reach the tail end of this ceremony, we don't avail the sum of 305 million to people, like petty traders, them small and medium people, we want to try for startup, we want to try where they already into business, but they need small capital for letting them go stand out to buy so that they will empower themselves and help them and contribute meaningfully to the society.
And in sports, the Hada Football Club has paid a courtesy visit to St. Edward Secondary School in Freetown to raise awareness on campaign against drug abuse among young people in Sierra Leone. Let's join Hilton John for more on the sporting updates.
The Missionary Boys, Orthodox, now called Hada Football Club, has on Friday, 4th November 2022, paid a courtesy visit to St. Edward's Secondary School at Kintown. The purpose of the visit is to raise awareness among young people about the misuse of drugs in the country.
Instilling us to leadership, model of Christian piety. So may we always honor thee for all our lives to see.
This awareness-raising drive is focusing on the need for the promotion of football and education as one of the aims and objectives of the Hada Foundation. As a way of support, the club management presented Whiting's Football Club Wiz to the school team in a bid to render their appreciation in the area of education and sports. Judged by the influence of drugs abuses among school children in the country, the Secretary General of Hada Foundation, Prince Samuel Coker, stressed that such high increase is very alarming, especially Kush, which the club frowned at.
Formerly it was Orthodox FC. You heard from your principal and he mentioned the misuse of drugs. Particularly Kush has been misused these days. We've seen a lot of videos from authorities, police, soldiers and even youth. But for us to fight it, it must start at the preliminary stage. We are in school, going people must not involve themselves in such acts. We've all seen the misuse of Kush. A lot of people sending young boys to go and purchase them. My advice here is for you to know that you must deviate yourself from such acts because it's something that is bad for us, bad for you, and it's bad for the country as a whole. These are some of our boys playing for our football club, of which we have some of our players at secondary school. Your principal mentioned you guys winning the trophy, congratulations. And I'm proud to see one of our players, Alex Ekuma, was part of the golden generation who served as your captain that lifted that prestigious trophy a couple of months ago. On that note, some of his colleagues are here to serve as they can help, to serve as they can give you some jerseys and help fight against Kush. It must start at this stage, as I said initially, that the young boys must start the campaign because if we start it now, and I'm sure we'll tackle it for instance to reach at the higher level, just fighting it, and we need to fight against it. We school-going people must deviate ourselves from such acts, and I keep saying it, we must deviate ourselves from such acts. If an elderly person sends you to go and buy Kush or any form of drugs, you must say no. It's something bad for you, something bad for the country as a whole. On that note, I want to seize my breath and say best I can say thank you to Salvest, team captain. Can say one or two words to you guys. Thank you.
He further congratulated the school for winning the school league a few months ago, and then mentioned one of the players of Hada Football Club who served as a skipper of St. Edward's School, Alex, when they won the school championship. On her part, the junior principal of the school, Madam Masakol, appreciated the advocacy drive Hada Foundation made by going down to St. Edward's Secondary School to sensitize young boys to stay out of kush.
On behalf of the Board of Governors of St. Edward's Secondary School and the senior principal, myself, members of staff, more especially our team, the PHE teacher and his PHE committee, I want to thank you all for giving us this jersey. It came at the right time, and trust will tell you these boys will use it wisely and will have a slogan: say no to drug abuse. Again, say no to drug abuse. Again, say no to drug abuse. We want to assure the Orthodox mission that St. Edward's Secondary School will stand tall and will not go down the drain of seeing our boys taking drugs, which they will be influenced by peers. We always talk to them and encourage them that football will help them to be a better boy in society and a better future and brighter Sierra Leone. Thank you very much on behalf of the school.
Various speakers include Senior Principal Wise and the Chief Executive Officer of Ada Foundation made meaningful contribution towards this one-day visit. For Star TV Sports, from St. Edward's Secondary School, I am Elton John reporting.
Welcome back. Sporting updates is all we have time for in today's edition of the Star National News here on Star Television Network on Channel 21. I am Hassan Kouma. Thanks for watching and will stay with us for the very best.